going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of the huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we can have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting more right now with Bloomberg's Shonali Bassick. Shonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy, and when the dealers have to step in to save a treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence. And
very much a traditionalist. I like staying with the dollar. You know that from when I was there. It's make the dollar the choice. I hate when countries go off the dollar. I would not allow countries to go off the dollar, because when we lose that standard, that will be like losing a revolutionary war. That will be a hit to our country, just like losing a war. And we can't let that happen. And too many countries now are fighting to get off the dollar. And
welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. And 2024 is going to be one of our most entertaining years. We have the presidential election. We have the drums are beating. We have the emerging markets going to be flipping the switch on the fourth industrial revolution. Now, we had the Fed signal rate cuts, but remember, guys, they haven't cut rates yet. So like I told you, I definitely see a big pullback in the first quarter. Then the master magician set up a distraction so the Fed can cut rates, and then we move up. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now, we have Bitcoin and crypto flat. And guys, we know we have a roller coaster ride this week. It is going to be very interesting. And we have Binance CEO says that Bitcoin could cross 80,000 by the end of the year. And this year is going to be like the beginning of a movie. And it's going to be a movie for the next 3 to 5 years, because we know they're going to be building out this fourth industrial revolution. But because they have to build, they have to start shrinking this liquidity. And that means that assets are going to take a hit. Now, the emerging markets are going to flip that switch towards the end of the year. Plus, we know the drums are going to get louder. But can Bitcoin hit 80,000 at the end of the year? Only thing we have to do is watch the central banks. If they all go into cutting mode this summer, we know that assets can definitely start moving back up. And then plus, we have all these fiat currencies dying. If the central banks don't cut rates, then we know we're going to continue to slide down. And remember, the Cryptoteacher told you. Now, guys, do not forget to pay attention to the actual indicators. Right now, we have yield rates slightly up. We have the dollar slightly up, and we have stocks doing great on the media, turning up the AI hype because of NVIDIA. But we know stocks and crypto should be pulling back right now, but reality will set in because we know we have Jerome in the house. And then we have volume and crypto down. We have Tether, USDC, and then, of course, guys, we have the Fed. Repo was at $413 billion on Friday. And again, we have Fed's Jerome Powell speaking on Wednesday. We have Japan making this decision tomorrow when we have the Nikkei hitting all-time highs. Remember, they've been a negative interest rate environment for 17 years. They've been holding the whole globe up. Plus, we all know they own a lot of United States debt. So if Japan doesn't make a move, we know how the media is going to play it. Everything is fine. But again, guys, if they don't make a move this month, they're definitely making one next month. And we already know what Jerome Powell is going to say on Wednesday. He's not moving rates. And then on top of it, he's going to be data dependent. And we know inflation hasn't went anywhere because of corporate greed. Remember, you have a handful of companies that own everything. It's just the illusion of choice. They just have 50 million different names, but the same people own it. Now, we know the NWO, the master magicians. We have the NVIDIA conference. We have March Madness. So the sheep are focusing on things that don't matter, while the central banks are speaking and they control everything around in your environment. Nobody's paying attention to the money. And that's the reason why the NWO has you looking one way and they're running the money in the back door. And we know it's definitely time to build. Over these next 3 to 5 years, you're going to wonder what happened to the world that you're used to, the old world, because we're moving into the new world. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have the spot Bitcoin ETFs, we have BlackRock, Fidelity, and Grayscale all down. Now we have spot Bitcoin ETFs reach record highs for weekly inflows and trading volume. And remember, guys, we keep hearing these record levels, but you actually have to look at the numbers. The way they're speaking, Bitcoin should already be over 100,000. Now we have Standard Chartered says Ethereum spot ETFs could bring 45 billion of inflows if approved. And guys, make sure you go to the stock channel. I haven't uploaded a video on that channel in a while, but I wanted to put that CFTC video there just to let you know regulation is definitely coming down the pipe. Now we have base sees surge in transaction and users after Ethereum upgrade. And with less fees, guys, we know we definitely should get more volume. And then lastly, guys, we have Binance refutes insider trading concerns amid book of memes frenzy. And they say they're definitely investigating, but guys, we know there definitely was a coordinated effort anytime you get that type of market cap within 24 hours. But being in this space, we've seen a lot of penny stock moves. We've seen it on the stock market. They try to act like it doesn't happen on the stock market. It happens on the stock market, and the same thing is going on in crypto. Manipulation is always going to exist because of greed. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get on stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know, I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.